Hey everyone, Shabby here, and welcome back to the next episode of the SWE Rising Universe Mode. Another great episode here for you this evening, including a big main event of Daniel Bryan going one-on-one against Kyle O'Reilly, and hopefully this evening we'll also find out who the man was who attacked Finn Balor all those episodes ago. But here is our opening match of the evening. It is going to be a #1 contendership for the Junior Heavyweight Championship as Neville takes on Will Ospreay. Nice, an all-English bout. In a match that is going to definitely happen soon, isn't it? Let's face it now. With the confirmation that Neville has now been officially released from WWE, he's going to end up in New Japan by all accounts. New Japan and Ring of Honor, I think, will definitely be a place for him. I feel like his heel persona would be a great fit for Bullet Club. I think I said this recently. His heel persona as part of Bullet Club, I think, would be fantastic, I think. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. I really wanted Neville to do well in WWE, but at the same time, being released, I think, is also a great thing for him because it means that he can do all the stuff we wanted him to do originally. I mean, it's not like the old days. I used to always want my favourite wrestlers to get signed to WWE all the time because I thought, oh, get signed to WWE, I get to see him more often, this, that and the other. But now I sort of look at it, I think to myself, actually having them in New Japan and stuff like that will be a hell of a lot better. New Japan, Ring of Honor, PWG. All that sort of stuff, actually, because we watch them so often now, I'm quite happy for them to be there because it means we're going to get the best out of them. And like I said, the potential of Neville faced off against Will Ospreay for the New Japan Junior Heavyweight Championship is definitely pretty awesome. But in fairness, how long will it be before Will Ospreay's in the WWE ring? I mean, I can't imagine it would be too long. I mean, he's been someone that we've been interested for quite some time. Of course, he signed that New Japan contract. So I don't know how long that's got left on it, but I think it's definitely going to be something we have to have a look at. I think with Ricochet there now as well, I think it's only a matter of time, surely. So yeah, big episode this one. We've got this is the #1 contendership for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Then after this one, we've got Roderick Strong taking on Drew McIntyre. And then I believe Finn Balor will be issuing his challenge after that. He'll be issuing the challenge to the man that attacked him from behind to come to the ring and face him properly. And then, of course, our main event, Kyle O'Reilly versus Mr. Daniel Bryan, the former Rising Champion. And Kyle O'Reilly had a nice shooting star press there by Will Ospreay, going big and early. Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly had his first loss on our previous episode in that triple threat match to become the #1 contender for the Rising Championship. Unfortunately for him, I'm sure he would have liked to have... Well, of course he would have liked to have won it. That's a stupid sentence, wasn't it? But that was his first loss of the entire universe mode. Of course, he's actually going to be defending his tag team championships in our next episode as well, so he'll have to get over it pretty soon. And a massive win over Daniel Bryan, one will be huge for him. Although if he loses this evening, that'd be 2 losses in a row, which in-game would put him on a losing streak, actually. Nice snap suplex there by Ospreay. Who now brings Neville back up to a standing base. There's a good right hand there by Ospreay, and Neville fighting back with an elbow. Taking Ospreay up, but Ospreay flies out the back into reverse Rana. Lovely. Beautiful. Standing corkscrew shooting... standing corkscrew moonsault. Nice over the top of Ospreay. We've not seen much of Ospreay so far in this universe, but not seen much of the junior heavyweights in general, have we? So it's nice to see them. We will be building towards, again, some big stuff. I think the only issue with this universe mode is the amount of stuff we've got going on at once. But I do like it. The thing is, it would work fine if we were going for the longer episodes, but I do think that this is definitely the better way forward, the shorter episodes. I think it's definitely the way I'm going to continue doing my universe modes, because I think it's a lot easier for me recording-wise. I mean, this is the second recording I've done today, which is really good for me. To try and get well ahead of myself, because October's going to be a massive, massive month, so I really need to get ahead of myself before I hit October, I think. Yeah, it's a lot easier for me, and I think, judging by the percentage of the videos viewed compared to previous universe modes, either you guys are a lot more interested in this one, or the shorter videos are working. Either way. Ospreay now heading up top. Of course, both these guys like to utilise the corkscrew shooting star press, hit there by Will Ospreay. 1, 2, and 3. And we are going to have Will Ospreay versus Ricochet then for the Junior Heavyweight Championship coming up for you in a few weeks. That was a pretty quick and effective match there by Will Ospreay. He really dominated Neville. Very impressive by Will Ospreay. Neville's back up on his feet, and handshake being offered there by Will Ospreay. Neville does accept it. Great bit of respect being shown there by the pair of them. Well done, Ospreay. And here is our second match of the evening. Roderick Strong takes on Drew McIntyre. 1-on-1, both guys making their first appearance in the universe mode. Win this one anyway. And this should be another interesting match then. Two guys really looking to show what they can do. And who knows, both of them could be involved in, I don't know, sort of championship-wise. I think both could be involved in the open weight division, I suppose. And I think Strong could be involved in the cruiserweights as well. I think so. Makes sense. But again, depends if they earn it. They've got to win matches like this, haven't they, to earn it, I suppose. So Roderick Strong in the ring. Ready to face off against Mr. Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre is... he is... sort of, I forgot the word is now. He's dubbed, that's the word, dubbed, to be the next challenger for Roman Reigns' championship. Which I think would be interesting. Shows how much Vince really does like him, doesn't he? Vince really, really likes Drew McIntyre. For him to be released and come back into NXT, then go back into the championship picture in such a short period of time shows how much he likes him. In fairness, he is a good wrestler. I don't think he's the most outstanding NXT have produced, but he is pretty good. And as much as I would prefer it to be someone like Dolph Ziggler, to be honest, but then again, I don't really want Ziggler. I think actually it probably does work, to be honest, because there's a certain type of wrestler that has to wrestle against Roman Reigns. I don't think he necessarily works too well against the likes of, I don't know, maybe more high-paced wrestlers. I think he needs to be facing off against more larger, slower competitors that it just complements his style a bit better. And I think it would be an interesting one, but let's see what they get up to here. If they get to win here, that'll definitely be a good start for him. Say his first appearance in this universe mode, so definitely both of these guys again are going to be mainstays in a lot of our universe modes, I think. They just are the good old wrestlers. I think the likes of Drew McIntyre fits into quite a lot, and say the British show we mentioned, this sort of show. Yeah, there's a lot of different places we could use Drew McIntyre. Again, with Roderick Strong, the same thing. Part of Adrenaline, I believe, as well. Wow. Roddy, oh my god, massive backbreaker already. Of course, Roddy is the messiah of the backbreaker. It's not really alluded to that much in WWE, is it? It was mentioned a lot in TNA, and they've mentioned it briefly here and there in WWE or NXT. And he's dominating here against Drew McIntyre as well. Absolutely hammering him. Say, it'd be interesting if these two guys get some more matches moving forward. You'd say the winner definitely should do. Nice elbow drop there by Roderick Strong. And there for a 2 count still, though. Roddy just twisted the net now. Drew McIntyre keeping him grounded, slowing him down. And Drew really struggling here. Really struggling, Drew. Massive backdrop. Drew has just barely got any offense in at all here. Roderick Strong has dominated. Pin once again. Only a 2 count, but it's getting closer and closer, isn't it? Roddy again catching Drew with the boot in the back of the head. Oh, but Drew is back up now. He's getting a little bit of offense. Nice elbow. But Roddy just has him straight away. Tried to get some offense and Roddy just turns it around. But Drew now the strength advantage coming into play. But can he? No, he can't keep the control. Drew once again taking him up. Dropping him face first in that slam. It's one of Drew's signature maneuvers. And, oh, nice. The curb stomp by Roddy, continuing the assault, and this is going to be an incredibly one-sided match. Into the suplex backbreaker for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Roderick Strong, so dominant. Wow. So dominant. Drew's going to be incredibly disappointed with that. That was just such a one-sided match. And McIntyre's back up on his feet, and Roddy's offering the handshake as well. A lot of respect being shown tonight's episode, and it is given back there by Drew McIntyre. He lifts the hand of Roderick Strong. What a win that is for Roddy. I'm sure we'll see some more Roderick Strong moving forward. And here we are then, Finn Balor finally looking for retribution against the masked man, whoever it is. We're hopefully going to find out right now as Finn makes the challenge to meet this person in the ring. Of course, you've not been watching. Finn was attacked on the very first episode from behind by a masked man. Was out for quite a few episodes, made his return in the Rumble before coming out a couple of episodes ago and demanding that whoever it was who attacked him make themselves known. He made the challenge for this episode for the person to come out and face him like a man one-on-one. Who is it going to be? As Finn Balor making his entrance. There he is. Good old Finn. Oh, and there's someone in the smoke. I was ready for the smoke. Who is that? Is that? That's Jordan Devlin. Can Jordan Devlin, the man who attacked Finn Balor then? But it's not worked out this time. I think Finn may have been expecting it, and Finn attacking Jordan Devlin. Oh, nice forearm, and Finn Balor definitely getting some retribution here like he wanted against Jordan Devlin. Now Finn making his way down to the ring. Devlin's back up on his feet, and these two guys collide again. And it's Finn with a running forearm right in the face of Jordan Devlin. Finn still heading down to the ring. And of course, this is supposed to be a match. And again, Finn with that running forearm catching Devlin right in the face. And Jordan Devlin tried to attack Finn from behind once again. Well, like he did earlier on in the universe. But what's the idea behind this? These two guys were teammates in the World Cup, and now Jordan Devlin trying to attack Finn Balor from behind. No match by the looks of it. And here we are, the main event of the evening. It is Kyle O'Reilly versus Daniel Bryan. Another match that I put in. Seems to be all the matches that I wanted to see at the beginning of this universe, man. I've tried to squeeze them all in as I go through. 90% of them seem to be with Kyle O'Reilly involved, haven't they? We've seen Kyle O'Reilly versus Zack Sabre Jr., Kyle O'Reilly versus Benoit, Kyle O'Reilly versus Daniel Bryan. Kyle O'Reilly's been the Tag Team Championship match. And got these two guys defend their Tag Team Championships in the next episode as well. So a lot of action going on. Action absolutely everywhere. Of course, Kyle was unfortunate in the previous episode. He was part of that triple threat match to become the rising #1 contender. Was defeated by AJ Styles when he got locked in the calf crusher and tapped out, unfortunately for him. But still looking pretty decent. And of course, the great news we had a couple of days ago, well, a few days ago now actually, is that both of these guys will be actually part of the roster on WWE 2K19 alongside Adam Cole, Bebe, of course. I feel like that's his full name now. You just can't say Adam Cole without saying Bebe afterwards. That's essentially his full name now. That's probably what Vince will just call him. Cole Bebe, or just Bebe. He is quite possibly the... For me, Adam Cole is the next generation for WWE. He is going to be an absolute superstar on the main roster. He has just got incredible amounts of charisma and everything you could possibly want from a world champion. And it has been mentioned a few times that people see Adam Cole as the next Shawn Michaels. And to be honest, it would not surprise me. There's a lot of ability there. A lot of ability. And I can't wait to see the next stage. And I can't believe that Undisputed Era are going to be in NXT for too much longer. I mean, they are dominating at this point in time. They have the Tag Team Championships and the North American Championship. It wouldn't surprise me if some point if Adam Cole becomes the main champion. I think when Bobby Fish returns, that might be when they move up. And I think they'll dominate whatever roster they go onto, to be honest. Now, can you imagine... Let's get this through your heads. Can you imagine the Undisputed Era versus the Shield? Can you imagine if they do another War Games? They've got another War Games planned for this year, haven't they? I think they were going to make it an annual thing. I mean, the last War Games was fantastic. And there was talk about it being on the main roster as well. I think that would be amazing. The double ring, I think, was fantastic the whole way through the night. It's enjoyable. And I think it would be really, really cool to have, yeah, maybe the Shield versus the Undisputed Era versus Sanity versus another trifecta. Of course, the Wyatt family's broken up now, but with the injury to Eric Rowe, and we don't know what's going to happen to Luke Harper. He's on that roster on his own now on SmackDown. Will he come back to Raw and be part of the Wyatts again? Be broken Luke Harper? That'd be pretty awesome, actually. It'd be cool if they had the War Games match time on 2K. I mean, it's very unlikely, I must admit. It'd be a massive undertaking for them to do that, but it would be pretty cool at the same time. Plus, they wouldn't have that many people in the ring. It would be a massive, massive bit of work to get that working, because they'd have to have 12 people in the ring at once, which is completely new for them. They'd have to have 2 rings, which is completely new for them. And they'd have to have a Fatal 4-Way 6-man tag, which would be new for them as well. I mean, it's a 12-man tag. That's you know what I mean. 3 teams are free. I miss the good old days of the triple threat tag team. They need to put that back on the game. So we start to know some of the roster, but we don't know much of the actual match types and that as of yet. So it'd be interesting to see when they come out. If there's any new match types added, I would hope there would be. I want to get like Buried Alive and stuff like that back going. That'd be pretty good. Oh, nice. O'Reilly just dropping the knee right on the inside of the knee of Daniel Bryan on the outside there. And clever move by O'Reilly. Weaken that leg potentially for his own submission a little bit later on. Maybe a knee bar. We know O'Reilly has a very extensive amount of submissions in his arsenal, as does Daniel Bryan. I would be surprised if this match doesn't finish by submission, to be honest. Daniel Bryan now up on the middle turnbuckle. Nice drop kick. Just booting Kyle O'Reilly out of his boots. And of course, don't forget Bobby Fish at ringside. I don't think he's going to get involved. I mean, he could do, but at the same time, I think O'Reilly would really want this win legit. They know how important it is for him. Elbow to the heart there by Daniel Bryan once again on O'Reilly. Before now dropping a boot in the back of his arm. Bryan bringing O'Reilly back up. O'Reilly slides at the back. Into that reverse DDT. A boot in the spine of Daniel Bryan as well. O'Reilly now sending Bryan into the corner. Good back and forth match this one, you know. I mean, with O'Reilly losing the previous episode and coming into a match where on paper he's very much the underdog, I think that it could have been against him mentally, but he seems to be looking very, very strong here, and he knows that a massive win here would be huge for him. Would put him back in the upper echelons of the card and give him the momentum he needs for his tag team championship defense in our next episode, which is Thursday. I'm losing track of what day I'm on now, to be honest. Yeah, Thursday. It's Tuesday today, isn't it? Daniel Bryan, though, boot to the back of the leg. We've seen this before. The boots straight across the chest. Vintage Daniel Bryan finishes with the roundhouse to the side of the head. Daniel Bryan's going to prove me wrong now, isn't he? I said I'd be very surprised if this match didn't finish by submission. Now, Daniel Bryan lining him up. Went for the running knee strike, but O'Reilly saw it coming and avoided it. So probably that knee strike, it takes a while to set up. Then O'Reilly rolling Daniel Bryan through into the cross armbar. Will Bryan tap? No, he didn't tap, but he was able to break free. Get that arm loose, then get himself free. And now going for the pin. I don't think he's going to win it here, but it's more just a case of giving him a few seconds to recuperate. Bryan now dropping the... Oh no, he's actually going to go for a surfboard. He does actually go for the surfboard, dead center of the ring. Beautiful move. And then dropping him down. Oh, look at that, contorting the body. That's really going to tense the muscles in the side and really work those thighs as well. But O'Reilly's able to break free, and that punch must have been comfortable as well. Daniel Bryan just draping O'Reilly over the top rope before pinging him back into the middle. There's the pin. One. Only a 1 count. Bryan now getting a hold of the arm, but O'Reilly fighting him away. O'Reilly sending Bryan into the turnbuckle. Went for the boot in the corner, but Bryan fights back and now hooking the arms, looking for the butterfly suplex. And now Bryan just forcing the boot into the chest of O'Reilly. And by holding the arms there, you don't only hold him in position to make the kick stronger, but you tense the muscles in the chest, which means that the kicks hit with more impact as well. I mean, when your body's like soft, it doesn't hurt as much because your skin sort of absorbs some of it. When your muscles are tensed, it's much more painful, I think. I'm not gonna lie, I've never been kicked in the chest too much myself, but that's what I assume. And you know what assuming gets you, didn't you? Potential H-crosser there. Blocked by O'Reilly. Bryan fighting back, and there's another boot. And he goes for the kicks in the chest once again. And the roundhouse to the side of the head. And, ooh, almost a free. Not quite, though. Daniel Bryan up on the middle rope. Stalking Kyle O'Reilly. What's he have planned? Locks it in. There's the label lock and wrenching back at O'Reilly. I think it's a bit of a trick of the camera here. He looks closer to the ropes than he actually is. I don't think he can quite reach from there. Is he going to tap, though? No, he doesn't. He manages to break free. Stiff right hands, though, by O'Reilly. A slap to Daniel Bryan as well. Before hitting a backdrop. Keeps the grip. Into a German suplex. Keeps the grip once again. Up into a vertical suplex. All around the world with the suplexes here. Pinned now by Kyle O'Reilly. 2. Only a 2 count. This has been a great match. A really, really good match. And O'Reilly is taking some more control. Nice butterfly. Keeps the grip. Rolls the hip. Into a second butterfly. Again. Keeping it. For the third butterfly. Almost like a butterfly DDT, the last one. And now O'Reilly returning the favour with the boots in the chest. Just as we saw earlier on with Daniel Bryan. But O'Reilly fighting free from that. Slides out the back. Nice takedown there by Daniel Bryan. And O'Reilly in control once again. Can he finish it off? That's the big question. O'Reilly now dragging up. Well, Bryan caught him actually in the boot of a gut. In the boot of a gut? In the gut of a boot. Now Bryan heading up top looking for the flying goat. And hits the flying goat as well. Oh, nice suplex. Bridges at the pin. Oh, doesn't quite pull it off though. O'Reilly fighting free. There's the neck breaker. Daniel Bryan fighting back. It's just so back and forth this match. And the later it's gone, the more competitive it's become. Bryan now hooking the arms into a butterfly suplex all the way across the ring. Daniel Bryan with the boot in the leg. What a match this has been so far. I knew Kyle O'Reilly could definitely run at the top end of the card, and he's definitely proven that to us. I mean, Adam Cole, of course, is the United States champion at this point in time, but Kyle O'Reilly could definitely force his way into a championship picture, and who knows? Maybe even the United States Championship picture. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Referee's up to a 2. I think that's a 3. I can't quite tell, to be honest. O'Reilly joins him out there. Gets caught with a spinning kick to the gut. Now there's a Saito suplex into the barrier. Wow. His battle commences on the outside. We desperately don't want this to finish a count out now. The way this match has gone. It's been such a good match. There is a risk of it though, isn't there? Get back in the ring, O'Reilly. There he goes. Back in the ring. I was worried there for a second. Nice German suplex bridge with a pin. Only a 2 once again. Right now with a snapmare. Locks in that guillotine. And just slowing the pace of the match down. A good chance for O'Reilly to catch his breath back. Nice elbows by Daniel Bryan to break free though. O'Reilly with Bryan up on his shoulders, drops him face first into that top turnbuckle. Doesn't even have to finish him off though, that's the thing. O'Reilly once again sending Daniel Bryan into the corner. Bryan, oh, the busted open here. Kyle O'Reilly with an elbow. And now Bobby Fish getting the face of Daniel Bryan. O'Reilly is now back with his feet and he is busted open, bleeding quite badly. And there's the label lock and there's the tap out and Daniel Bryan does get the win. Wow, what a match that was. What a match. It was very well fought. Two fantastic competitors showcasing their ability, and once again I feel like Kyle O'Reilly's definitely good enough to be a bigger champion. But of course, it's not all about him anymore. Next episode, it's all about the Tag Team Championships. Him and Bobby Fish defending against TM61, who defeated the Young Bucks a few episodes ago. Great match though. The only problem is now for Kyle O'Reilly and the basis of this game, if we actually look at the mechanics of the game, there are 2 losses in a row. And those 2 losses in a row will put him on a cold streak, which will reduce his stats slightly, which gives TM61 a great opportunity in the next match. But Daniel Bryan back on winning ways after recently losing his Rising Championship. So guys, that's the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you would like to see some more of this Rising Universe mode. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you very, very soon for the next episode of SWE Rising. Bye.